Hi everybody, welcome to MaryAnne's Mystic Mansions. Welcome to my daily Sun Sign Love Connection readings. Just a very quick notification to you. I am not sure that this video will go through. I did an entire video for the sign of Aries. We are now at the beginning of the month. It's actually December 2nd. I did this on December 1st. Everything seemed to go swimmingly. And it took a long time to upload like usual, but at the very last moment when it was about to do the last little click, it then started to reload again and did this throughout the entire evening through this morning. So I'm just letting you know if it doesn't come through and it shuts off midway, I'm going to get up during the reading and make sure it's still going. I will be back. I will do my best. You know, we did have the full moon in Gemini on Monday. And that was really predominantly in the Gemini fashion about communication and education and expansion of being able to learn and to communicate and share, of course. And to me, it's saying that I need to ask for help, of course, and with people that know how to deal with technology specifically, because Gemini is ruled by Mercury, and Mercury is definitely about the mind and about the planet that provides technology and movement and transportation and all those things having to do with that. So I feel like it's just saying it might be new equipment necessary, which I can't get this moment, but I will make this work. I'm not going to read the same messages though. I wanted to keep it. I tried a second time to go through with them with you. What I am thinking of doing though, Aries, is I'm thinking of keeping the particular beautiful oracle messages that came through, because they were very prevalent, and that was just from yesterday. Oracle messages are guidance and, you know, upliftment and inspiring messages. The messages from the tarot are every bit of that as well, but they have more symbolism to them, and they are definitely affected and associated with astrology. So I'm going to pick the new highlighted connection with you today, Aries, and that's going to be Cancer. Fantastic. I don't believe I did that. Let me double check. I looked yesterday. I apologize. It was Leo yesterday. We'll see what happens with this really quickly. And then also I'll get up again to make sure that I'm actually videotaping. It's always a question, you know. So yeah, you had Aquarius. And then before that you had Virgo. So no, Cancer's wonderful. There's so many beautiful attributes with these two signs. And I am going to cut things shorter because I want to make sure I condense it and that messages of importance and prevalence come through. If you're new, welcome to my channel. I love having you here. I do a daily love connection reading for actually every sign, because after I pick the featured sign, which is in order to have some sort of structure, then you get a highlighted that I pick right in front of you, which is the Cancer. And I read three main category messages with my tarot. I change those monthly. This month I'm using the beautiful Art Nouveau tarot. It's sparkly and gold, and it's bringing me that sensation of healing and protection when I see it. As a massage therapist, before all of my therapies, I do a special little healing, you know, ceremonial, if you will, just sort of a ritual, and it is to cover myself with the gold, beautiful wreath of God's special loving and healing energy to protect myself and the people that I'm working with. And that kind of reminded me of this. Plus, it's been sunny and gorgeous, and there's so many beautiful things to be thankful for, and I'm healthy, and I pray that you are as well. So yes, let's read on with, I will read the three major categories for the highlighted, and then I'm going to read an individual message for every other single zodiac sign in connection with Aries. So let me double check and make sure this is recording. I'll be right back. You can hear my voice. Yay, it is. Okay, so we're good. You know, every day brings something new, right? And I feel really good. I feel like, okay, I'm not going to let this get to me. I love what I do. This is my passion. And by the way, speaking of passion, Aries, let's talk about you for a bit. You are the first sign of the zodiac, and you have Mars as your ruling planet, in addition to being a cardinal sign, which makes you extremely active and passionate and fiery and motivated. You're a fire element. And I'll tell you, you know, you initiate the beginning of the year's spring, the first season. You initiate the first sign in the zodiac. Your leadership qualities and capabilities are pretty evident when one comes to know you. You have this beautiful self-confidence that you were born with, and you honestly don't know any other way. In your mind, you're the one who's going to be in charge. You're going to start the brigade. You're going to start the initiations. You're going to make things happen. You're going to go forward with those, symbolically the animal of the ram, and just pushing forward no matter what it takes. Nothing will stop you. And then that Mars, you know, fiery kind of passionate energy with you, which can go off the deep end at times. If you're not careful, you want to always keep that balance. We do our best, right? But the passion, the love, the drive, it's so amazing and beautiful. And people really look up to you for that. It's almost one of those things when you were, you know, you're expected to be the person who can really teach and to guide. And so then you have your highlighted connection of Cancer. Well, we have a whole different element here, right? We've got water and fire, and we have one that works through the mind and the masculine, you know, force of passion and physicality. And then you have the water, which is the incredible internalizing, nurturing, soft, sensitive, very, very intuitive, you know, the feminine quality comes versus the masculine, which we all have each of in our bodies, you know, that beautiful yin and yang that they talk about. It's important for us to have that. And I like that right off the bat, you know, because you recognize the differences, but it also is very attracting to you and very harmonious in a lot of ways. Now, Cancer is ruled by the moon, so anytime, and that's pretty much every month, right, that there is a changing of the phases of the moon. I mean, that's one thing we can rely on always, whether we see the moon or not at night or the sun in the morning, it's there. And Cancer is very, very privy and aware of the currents, the changes in the moon cycles. They feel it internally, deeply and strongly. And that gives them this incredible ability to feel others, to feel their emotions, to understand how people think. And basically almost, you know, reading your mind at times, you know, because they sense things so strongly. They are a cardinal sign like you are, so they may be sensitive and all this, but they're very capable. They love to do things. They love to keep busy. They love to really work at their art or craft and make it the best they can be. That works really well with the two of you as a combination on a work basis as far as partnership. Love comes in many forms, and it could be family, you know, friends, obviously your one and only, your soulmate. Now, the sensitivity of the Cancer is to kind of, when they've been hurt or they're feeling that there's something not right, and they will sense that, they will retrieve into their shell, their crab. They're the crab, right? And they're going to make sure they protect themselves and those that they love, which is predominantly, when it comes to Cancers, their family, or whoever they deem to be family, right? It doesn't always have to be your nuclear family or the family you're born into, as we come to find out through life. But definitely just wanting to completely mother and care for, whether you're a man or a woman. It's that maternal side, and just really being the best at what they do. They will keep a great home if that's what they choose to do. They will keep food in your stomach that will really, really create a beautiful feeling as well of I don't know, love in the way people feed each other, nourish, you know, and it doesn't have to be food, but a lot of nourishment is there, a lot of fulfillment, a lot of emotional satisfaction. So I like this a lot for the two of you, and I have seen it a lot. And remember, the element of fire and water, I mean, it's that steamy, very passionate, right? Just, it can boil over, yes. You have to keep it temperament. You have to keep it temperate and as balanced as possible, but it's exciting, it's passionate, and it's a really beautiful, beautiful combination. I think a lot of you are in this combination, as I've studied and recognized. Let me read the major messages for you that are happening for today, December 2nd, 2020. And remembering, like I said, that we did have the full moon in Gemini, which affected us depending on where it falls in your chart. It has a lot to do with focus and a lot to do with communication and connecting and speaking up, you know, and being truthful and coming out of our shell, if you will, you know, and being vulnerable. when it comes to love and how we feel and, you know, what we want to be fair and just and so forth with the air signs. Very cerebral. And then we are approaching a new moon eclipse on the 14th. So we're kind of in between the two, right? So we're feeling both of them whether we realize it or not. And the impact that the new moon eclipse will have in Sagittarius is going to be phenomenal. And I think it's going to be extremely positive for many, many people. And it works very well with you, Aries, being a fellow fire sign. And Sagittarius, which is an optimistic sign, the most wonderful, you know, let's get it done, let's be adventurous, let's look forward into the future and really recognize the truth of life and what needs to be done and things that need to be broken away and you know, and start new and all the wonderful things that Sagittarian energy provides, not to mention we are still in Sagittarius season, which I guess I just mentioned, but it's a beautiful one. And it gives you that strength, which by the way, Aries, you know, we had Mars, your ruling planet, very comfortable in your sign, in retrograde for 2 months, and you are really starting to dust off that sluggish feeling and really getting your momentum back, getting that mojo back. Look out, world, here I come. That's what that's about. And you know, I know that Cancer backs you up and supports you and is happy to see that. They know that it kind of got to you when you weren't able to really get out there and do what you normally would like to do, maybe both of you, but hopefully you've had the time to love each other and retreat and relax, knowing that there are many things out of our control. So let me read this and pick this last card for you. This seems to be the one. Interesting. Okay, these are very, very, well, first of all, wow. All three of your categories and cards are the swords. And here we have that beautiful, powerful, powerful moon in Gemini. You're both feeling it extremely. And of course, like I said, Cancer picks up on all of it. It doesn't matter what energy of the moon, whatever, they get it. They immediately take on that energy. And it has to do with your mind and your thoughts and where you're going with it. Now, the first category is the overall energy and the catalyst that brought you to this reading. And you have the Seven of Swords. So, you know, it's about what I've known this card to be is about trickery in a way, you know, deceitfulness, people, you know, maybe playing pranks or not being 100%. There's deception. Now, we did have Neptune, the planet of hidden and secretiveness and deception on the lower shadowy side, finally stationing forward in Pisces. So a lot of that clarity is coming through with the thoughts and the expression and the mind and the words. And quite frankly, you might have tripped yourself up. You might have been second guessing your abilities. And with the powerlessness that we feel at times to be able to speak our minds or to be heard or to even, you know, eliminate conversations around us is, you know, it's a matter of turning off a TV, right? Or whatever, you know, medium you use for this information that's been on overload for a lot of us. But this is about putting that away, just letting that go, taking it and removing this from your life, like the swords, cutting it out of your life that fast. And with the new moon influence coming up on the 14th, trust me, it's all about the new. It's all about believing in the positive aspects of what we want in this relationship and moving forward. That's up to you. You know, working through those challenges and difficulties. Thing of the past, we're moving forward, and the air quality is one of the quicker moving energies as well, because it's constantly moving, right? Words, thoughts, constantly moving like clouds as an analogy. The second category is under the possible blessings or obstacles, and you have another sword. You have the Four of Swords. So listen, from the first one of overall just like overly over inundated with too much controversy, too many conflicting messages, conversations, disputes, you know, I'm right, you're wrong, it's this, it's that, it's true, it's not, you know, you needed a rest. You need a rest. You're still in that mode. You're going to set yourself back. You're going to spend time together, support each other fully, and know that conversations will come in the future. You've got your sword right above you. They're ready to speak your mind if necessary, without any apologies. But in the meantime, you know you're blessed, you're watched over, you're always being divinely guided. When you listen to yourself and your intuition, that's so strong for both of you, but definitely Cancer. Take it in, man. Take it easy and take that take those breaths right now. Because it's exhausting. It has been. This year has been exhausting, and we're in December. And all new things are coming. Many new planets are going into the air signs. The change in energy is going to be so evident in the next couple of weeks. But don't take my word for it. Watch and see. Watch and feel. And then lastly, the category of finances. I mean, this is everything I'm saying and more. So you have the Eight of Swords. This is self-induced fear, confusion, constriction of what we believe that we are maybe capable of, deserving, what we're supposed to be getting that isn't happening, just all these things that we can do in our mind. Now, these are air-signed elements with the swords, but we all have minds, and we all utilize them similarly at times when we're not sure and we have unconclusive answers to things. That is changing. These are very easily swords that you can see if you look up close. You can walk right through. There really is no confinement except for in our minds and our thoughts. Allow the belief and the energy of manifestation, trust in the process to come through your mind, through your thoughts. It'll then generate into your energy, into your body, into your soul, and create exactly what you want. But it is about what you're thinking, and those do become things. Thoughts become things, right? That's something I believed and heard from, some of my most favorite spiritual leaders, but it's so true. And I do it myself. So, knowing more and more as I get older that I am creating this feeling, this pain, literally, it's just so nice to know that, no, let it go. Make sure you relax and allow what you need and want in. Think of that and that only. A lot about thoughts, a lot about words, a lot about communication, and a lot about the influence of the Gemini full moon eclipse. And that will last 3 months to 6 months, depending on where it is, what's going on. In my circumstance with you as a tarot reader, I really want to communicate. I want to expand this channel. I want to blow it up. And if you want to be a part of that and help me and, contribute, it's a matter of just pushing the subscribe button, and a like and a share and just helping me grow and showing me that you feel and resonate with who I am in spirituality and all the beautiful things that are there for us, right? To help us feel good, to give us that power and strength within ourselves. I'm going to get up again because this has been such a regular thing. I'm going to make sure that it's recording. I hope you don't mind. I'm not much of an editor. Oh yeah, baby. So let's get to the individual messages rather quickly because, I'm just don't want to push my luck. But I'm so happy. Because yesterday it was unexpected, but then it always is, And I understand that now. I have to let go. I have a very strong attachment to what I do and what I love. And especially if I feel like I'm helping you in any way, which is what my optimal mission statement is, of course, to bring you messages of love and fun and excitement, and you may resonate right away, you may not. But let's go from the Pisces right to the, not Pisces, excuse me, Cancer, the highlight of Aries, and go to Gemini. So Gemini, once again, was very influential for you right now. And in general, it's a really good combination. The air and the fire, you work extremely well together. Those elements they really need each other. And, they fan each other on, and they're supportive and exciting and expanding. I always feel like it's just so much you could do and more to learn and accomplish when I see the two of these and you as individuals. And of course, like I said, Gemini is a mutable sign. They are incredibly analytical, and they are ruled by Mercury, so they're intelligent. They're always thinking. They're very witty and, just energetic, thinking of all different ways to express themselves, verbally, written. They're excellent at it. They're teachers. People listen to them. They inspire others. They're extremely focused when it comes to the things they're interested in and what they want to learn and how they want to share that. They love love. They love friendships. They love social. They love changes. They're not in one. They have many fingers and many pies. Okay, so, but that's exciting to you, Aries, and you being that fire sign and just excited and interested in making things work and initiating, like I said, you two can have amazing relationships on all different levels. Your message is the Queen of Wands. So there you go. There's that fire. There's that ambition. But more predominantly for both man and woman, the Queen is the maternal side of us, that passionate, heartfelt internalizing of wanting to give, wanting to do more, wanting to motivate others, and to be that spokesperson, you know, and to really utilize that energy for positive things. It's a gorgeous thing. And you've got that black cat. I think it's black. Yeah, maybe not. Well, I've got my cat, and my cat's basically my best friend at this point. Hopefully at some time I'll be able to bring Eclipse in here. But he is still a kitten, not quite 7 months. And he loves to get into stuff, especially cords. So, you know, I can't afford that right now, right? So then we go on to Taurus and Aries. Right next to you, totally different, very strong. They call them A personalities, right? The bull, the fixed sign. Ruled by Venus, though, very much in touch with beauty, luxury, money, health, well-being, feeling good, tasting, smelling, all the senses. Determined, you know, just very practical, very down to earth, loving nature, loving natural things, loving the simplistic things in life, and the luxury. I mean, they will work tirelessly to gain and amass wealth, which they generally do. They're also known as the money sign. That can't be a bad thing for you, Aries, because the two of you can grow together in ways you may not have even thought of yet. But allow that opening of your heart and mind to work together and see what your message. Well, you have the star. And you know what I love about this, besides the fact that it's just what I said, working and especially with the new moon, write down your intentions for what you want to see happen this coming year, because this year, it's pretty much over, right? And you can reflect and you can reminisce and you can appreciate and feel gratitude from what did come and that you're here and we're doing well and we got through this year so far. And next year won't be a walk in the park necessarily, but it's going to open up doors. And you're going to keep your mind on your prize and your ideas and your dreams. And this represents the sign of Aquarius. So ironically, everything is going into Aquarius. Very, very it's going to be easier in lighter energy. Let me just put it that way. So the two of you, you know, here's the water barrier, right? The one who's wanting to share and emit and bring out knowledge on technology in all the different ways. It's such a gorgeous, beautiful message for the two of you. So hang in there, because I know you can do anything you put your minds to, and the two of you together, powerhouse. Then we have Pisces and Aries, which I love, and that's that water and fire, which is very steamy and very passionate. And you once again talk about Cancer, you're highlighted, but you know, Pisces is every bit as sensitive and vulnerable and caring, and they just want to give and they want to love, and they're so emotional and so artistic and creative. And you know, they say that Pisces is ruled by Neptune, the more modern, but they had always been known for being ruled by Jupiter. So I combined the two. Neptune finally went stationed forward after since June, and it's in Pisces. So much more clarity and ideas coming through, like almost so many that there might be maybe a problem in deciding exactly what the two of you can do and how you can expand together. The world is your oyster. A mutable sign, very, very caring and very, once again, sensitive, aware of the life and death aspects, rejuvenating, reinventing. And you have the Knight of Pentacles. So you've got some really important messages coming through about how to build upon your wealth, your stability, your finances. Information about money's coming through. And I know we've been hearing that a lot about the government and such. It could be that. You know, I'm not sure, but I know that when it's the Pentacles, it's slower moving, but it's more permanent. It's more stable. It's reliable. It's there. It's coming. And it's something you work towards, you know. It doesn't just come. These are reaping the benefits from a very difficult year for a lot of us. So that's a gorgeous message. And then we have Aries and Aquarius. There you go. Aquarius, like I said, we're entering into the basic age of Aquarius. And most of the signs and planets will be in air for up to 200 years in some capacity, but predominantly in Aquarius, starting on the 17th, there's Venus that goes in there, the 19th, I think I don't remember what it is. There's 2 right there that go into Aquarius, and then on the 21st is the Saturn Aquarius conjunction. That's going to knock our socks off and be amazing and very structured and very, set on whatever it is Jupiter expands, right, and creates for us. It's going to be right there to kind of, even though it's a little bit more constricted energy and a little more serious, to keep us on the right track, it's going to bring out that delicious, beautiful, loving energy of, just depending on where it falls, it's going to be good no matter where. That luck, that help, and that ease, a little more ease, right? Instead of the heavy, heavy Capricorn energy. So you've got a fixed sign in Aquarius, and you have a sign that's ruled by Uranus, the most changeable, unpredictable, scientifically, notable planet of Uranus for, beautiful scientific technology coming down the pike these years ahead. We need it. We've used it more than we thought we would this year, and that'll continue on for the betterment, right? For all of us. And that's what Aquarius is about, helping all. They are social, they're kind, they're pretty much inventors and almost eccentric in their ideas and that determination, and they love full-heartedly in their relationships. And you have the 9 of Pentacles. Wow. That's just growing and growing in your comforts, in your stability. It's an independent, which is very much what the 2 of you are, even in a relationship. You represent independence. You know when you want to do something, you're going to go for it and you're going to make it work. And you want the people you love to be on board, but regardless if they are or not, it's happening. And this is what happens when you're so determined like that. So this is a beautiful sign that there's some real growth. The next one is the 10. You can't get much better than that when it comes to the Pentacle and our stability and our comforts, and really utilizing our manifestation gifts that we all have. And then you have Capricorn and Aries. Very, very different. Capricorn is the earth sign. That's what we've had predominant planets in this year, but for many years prior. It is the grounded, very, very authoritative, kind of dark energy, I want to say, in a way, because it's stern and it's real serious at times, but, extremely hardworking, very, very reliable. Well, with everything that's happened this year and what's happening with years to come now, with the change of the guard, if you will, a lot of institutions, a lot of pragmatic ways about going and doing things is being broken down and disregarded. It's a new time. It's a new day. And, that'll all happen by the 21st. And by the way, you are a cardinal sign, Capricorn, as is Aries. The 2 of you can work together and really do incredible things because you are ruled by Saturn, Capricorn, so you know nothing more than that fact that you can be very, very focused and very content on just being strict with yourself and what it is you're wanting to accomplish, and no mountain is too high as far as the symbolic aspect of the Capricorn goat. So something can be brewing, and you've had Jupiter in your chart this year, which only happens every 12 years. So something very positive can be happening with the 2 of you. And you have the Death. Wow. So whatever's happened, this is an absolutely beautiful indication that this year has allowed you, with Jupiter and all the other aspects that were in your sign, Capricorn, to release the things that weren't working anymore. It's hard for change when it comes to Earth sign. You needed this, you knew it, it came whether you wanted it or not, but it allowed you to grow onto the next level of who you are with new ideas, new inspirations, new points of view and perspectives is how I look at this. Recognizing you can rise again. This is the sign and symbol of the sign of Scorpio. Actually, Venus, the beauty, the sign of beauty, and the planet of beauty, love, and all the wonderful things, has been in Scorpio and will be there till about the 20th when it goes into Sagittarius. So it's deep, it's intense, it's very romantic and very passionate and very sexual and very intimate, but it's about change and about allowing that and seeing that and letting go of things that we know don't work and feeling amazing about it. Here you go. I'd like to know. please do comment, okay, if that's something that's really ringing true for you. Well, we have Sagittarius and Aries. I love it. There's not a lot to be said. You're both fire. You're both amazingly, you get along so well. You get each other fundamentally. You care about, wanting to make a difference. You're motivated. Sagittarius is extremely optimistic. And you are as well, Aries. You're like a child. You're the number one, the youth is always there with you, wanting to try new things and just, yeah, let's do it. I don't need to think about it. If it's not good, I'll try something else. Well, with this beautiful energy of Sagittarius by your side in this connection, whatever it is, they're ruled by Jupiter, so there's luck and possibilities that don't necessarily come around with other connections. And there's this real interest in learning and knowledge and truth and philosophical endeavors when it comes to Sagittarius. I think of many, many connections with Aries and Sagittarius as being, philanthropic, wanting to help others and those that are less fortunate. Pointing that arrow and making it happen. That's your dream, and it doesn't end with Sagittarius. And the freedom, the adventure, the travel necessary. The two of you can have amazing, amazing times together, and you have the sun. So clearly that's what's happening, and it's the most beautiful energy, one of the most beautiful energy tarot cards in the deck, because it's bright and it's brilliant and it's warm and it's energetic and it's enthusiastic and it's positive and it's creative and it's us. It's our sun sign. It's who we are. Working together, bettering and feeling just thriving. That's what we have there for the two of you. Wow, major arcana. Scorpio and Aries. This is interesting. Both different. Both, like I said, fire and water, but there's always an attraction. And I know what it is because the power and strength that you have, Aries, is extremely attractive to the Scorpio, who are also extremely power in their own way. As a water sign, the emotional side, the creative side, the depths of them is pretty unmistakable. They may not reveal to you everything that they feel. They may be a little more secretive and mysterious, which is kind of cool and interesting to you, kind of lures you in. They're not doing that on purpose. They need to reveal for themselves what they believe truth to be in order for them to really connect with others, and definitely on a physical level. That's a definite part of who, this beautiful feeling and intense sign of Scorpio is. And once again, Venus is in their sign, so I think thumbs are up for, romance and really wonderful, positive energies in that regard. And you have the Five of Cups. Emotions, really emotional. There's something that's really affected you and lost, some type of loss, between, if not yourself, somewhere, some people that you know and love. And of course, this year has brought that. I'm hearing a really high-pitched sound in my ear. I don't know if you do that. It's so weird. I'm not sure what that means, but either way, recognizing the losses that you have to have in your life and working through them and transforming and letting them grow and building you up and character. The Phoenix, that is all about what Scorpio is. And, you too, Aries, just hanging in there together, staying strong together, thinking about the future, moving forward and seeing the two cups there. That's you. That's both of you standing strong and creating as much as you can and believing in your ability to do so. There's nothing wrong with feeling sad at times and knowing that you need to grieve. Even if it isn't an actual person, a situation, a job, whatever it is, allowing that time. That's all the part of the healing process. Then we have Libra and Aries. I love it. They're, amazing polar opposites. You both can just liven each other up so much. There's the fire and air. Libra is the mind, the cerebral, the thought, the thinker, the expanding of education and wanting to learn and share that. They're ruled by Venus. They are a cardinal sign like you, so they love to keep busy and doing things and starting things and sharing, and relationships of all kinds are so important to Libras. And just fairness and justice in what you do and how they create their own life, how they want to see others around them. They want to be that change. They want to be that fairness, and sometimes they will yeah, sometimes on the shadowy side, they will actually not allow their feelings to come forth in order to have peace. I mean, it seems silly at times, but they don't like confrontation, and sometimes that Aries has that fiery temperament, and they're like, okay, I'm gonna let them blow off steam, and it'll be cool, because I know we love each other, and we have differences of opinion, but we really work well together, and we do. We are here together for a reason, and I will believe that, and you will work through things.